Am I live? Oh dear. Is my... thing picking up audio at all? It looks like it's not. Oh dear. Huh? Maybe I just need to raise the volume of a little. Okay. That looks like it's working now. Hello! Okay. So... I woke up and decided I wanted to watch the world burn. So... Today I'm going to be doing a tier list on, on starter Pokemon. With every stage, plus I think the transformations are in this one, and then all of them together. This is probably going to be a shorter stream, not a really significant one or anything, but I wanted something to start getting content back out there. And I've been wanting to do something like this for a while, just to say I did. So, pretend you didn't see that. All right. Okay. Alright. So, I'm just gonna go in the order of display, I suppose. I might move some things around just depending on on what things look like over time, and if I feel strongly one way or another. Well, that sounds very delightful. Alright, so for the first stage, obviously, Gen 1, and, you know, there's not a single one of the Gen 1 starters that I think is bad. Like, there's, like, they really nailed it with the Gen 1 starters. They're not my favorite necessarily, but, like, the Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle are the definition of solid, and because of that, I'm just gonna go ahead and put them all in A for now. I might move one of them later, but yeah, and the tier lists themselves are not organized by what I think is the best. They're just organized in the order that they appear in their listing. Although, why is Scorbunny over there? You're in the wrong generation there, buddy. Okay. Next up is the Gen 2 starters. And I know everybody I know everybody and their dog, for whatever reason, loathes the Chikorita line, and frankly, I don't hate it. It just doesn't do anything for me. I think it's actually, whenever I play a Johto game, I think it's actually the starter I've picked the most amount of times, just for the sake of being different. But at the same time, I don't really feel connected to it. Like, it doesn't bother me. There's nothing I hate about it, but there's also nothing I love about it. So I feel like I feel like I'm the definition of indifferent towards it. So I think for that I just gotta put it in C. Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil is really cute, and I will say my piece on what I think of its evolutions later on. But I think I would want to put it in A tier. But I also don't want to crowd A tier. I think I might honestly like Cyndaquil more than Bulbasaur. So I think I am going to put it in A tier. But, and I might want to lower Bulbasaur a little later on, but at the same time, like, these are all just really solid, and I would a part of me would hate to do that, another part of me wouldn't. I don't know. And I feel similarly about Totodile. But I think just for the sake of not crowding the A tier, I'm going to place it in B. I like it a lot. But I think I just gotta put it in B. Okay. Can you hear a word that I say with my hand in front of my mouth? That's what I do. You think the darkness is your ally. I was born in the darkness. I don't know. I don't know what that was. Erase that from your mind. Anyway, I don't need to say anything about that. No comment is needed for Trico. No comment is needed. And then I am gonna go ahead and put Torchic in A. And is Mudkip B or A for me? I think I would put Mudkip in A, but its fandom has kind of jaded me. just because apparently everybody and their dog apparently picks Mudkip anytime they play, a Gen 3 game, and the internet at least makes me feel like I'm the only person that never picks it. So I think out of pure spite, I'm putting Mudkip in B, but I still really like Mudkip. I just gotta, it's dinged one slot out of pure spite, and that's it. Alright. So, the Sinnoh line is another one that I think is pretty solid overall, but at the same time, I feel more varied about it than these so far. I think on their own they're all really solid, but for now I'm gonna put all of them in B because, like, I like them, but I don't really love them. And I almost want to put Chimchar in C, specifically because the popularity of the Chimchar line rose because of a very specific context. I promise you that if Infernape in the anime didn't have such a great arc, and Sinnoh had literally any other fire types at all aside from the Infernape line, it would not be as popular as it is. So its popularity in a way I feel is both earned and not earned at the same time because it's enhanced by specific context. And so I'm tempted to put it in B. I'm tempted to put it into C. I'm really tempted. But like, I still agree that that Infernape's arc was really good. And I really liked Chimchar just in the anime before he evolved. He was very charming. I'll leave him in B for now, but I think I'm going. He's another might drop a slot one. Snivy. I really like Snivy. I almost like it more than Serperior, if I'm honest. Though that is you know, I didn't make that pun on purpose, but I also recognized that I was making it. But, Snivy, because of the anime, Snivy was, one of the only good things that came out of the black and white anime. Just because of how sassy it was, and I just loved it because of that. Serperior has grown on me since, and I think I like them equally. I think I'm gonna put Snivy in A tier, just because I really like it, but I don't particularly adore it. Or, well, I do, I just don't love it. It's not Trico. It's not Trico. I think, honestly, Snivy is a low A, but it's still definitely A for me. Tepig. I'm, just gonna leave that there. On its own, okay, I will say, on its own, Tepig is fine. On its own, Tepig is fine. And I would put it in, like, C. But oh no, I'm apparently leaving you to cry in a corner because I don't love Tepig. Milkshake. Okay. Oshawott is a precious bean. Oshawott is either high B or low A. Now that said, it's a similar case with Tepig in that I don't like its evolutions as much as I like it. However, Oshawott by itself is just so charming and adorable that I can't ding it as hard. So, I'm gonna put it in B, but it's a high B. Chespin. Where do I put you? On its own, I think it's fine. It's pretty cute, I guess. But... I didn't mean to do that. It's a C to a D for me. It's C or D. Can go in either spot, I guess. Fennekin. Okay, so Fennekin for me. Ooh. Fennekin is either an A or an S for me. It's the embodiment of the Firefox browser. You know what? I'm gonna plop it in S. Although, do I really like it more than Charmander? Ooh. That's hard. That's hard. I like it a lot, but I don't know that whether or not I like it more than Charmander. And I don't know that Charmander is quite S tier for me. I'll put it like that, I guess. It's a low S. It's still S, but it's a low S. And Fennekin is gonna be relative to Charmander then. Froakie! Froakie was my favorite of the Kalos starters back during Gen 6. It had my opinion on it has shifted a little bit. Mostly, I think, just because I've grown to like... Fennekin's line more. I think I'm gonna put it in A tier for now. But I will make the caveat that, oh no. Oh no. Are you okay? I think because... The Froakie line are my favorite water starters. Period. So I think for that I have to put it in S. But again, it's not quite on the same tier as Trico to me, I guess. Well, I don't know. Ow. That sounds unpleasant. So, essentially what you missed was, me debating over whether or not I, liked Fennekin more than, Charmander, which was my, big hang-up over whether or not I was going to put it in S tier or A tier. And the result of that was just me bumping Charmander up to S tier and placing Fennekin in S tier as well. I don't know whether I really like either more than the other. And then I explained how I really like Oshawott on its own, but I have mixed feelings overall that I will get to when I transition to the other tier lists. Rowlet. Okay. Rowlet is solid, but I feel similarly to Rowlet as I do Mudkip in that it's fine, but its following just annoys me. And so I'm tempted to put it into B, but it's like low A, high B. And next up is Litten. Now, I really liked Litten when it was revealed. I kind of wish that they kept the aesthetic that it had. It's a B. It's a B. I really like Litten. In fact, I think I like Litten more than Rowlet. But it's a B. Okay. Popplio. Everyone is so mean to Popplio, and it makes me angry. Popplio is the best Alola starter, dang it! Popplio is the best one, and I will die on that hill. It's so cute! It's so adorable! It's so adorable, and everybody is wrong. Why are these all out of order? Hang on. Okay. Okay. Grookey! Honestly, Grookey is kind of the embodiment of C tier for me. I think I like Chikorita more, but it kind of thoroughly embodies C tier for me. Okay. Scorbunny. I'll put it B. I'll put it B. Yeah. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I think it's pretty neat, but frankly, I don't really care for any of the Galar starters, really. They're fine. And Sobble is in between Scorbunny and Grookey for me. I don't know whether or not I'm going to put it in B tier or C tier. Sobble to me, I think, is high C, low B. I think just so that C tier doesn't get lonely, I'm going to put it in C tier. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. They're just okay. When they were revealed, Scorbunny was the only one that I felt any investment in at all. But, Sobble has grown on me, and, I think Grookey is aight. Sprigatito, okay. Something very specific about it disappoints me, and it's not what the internet raves about. Something about its evolutions disappoints me, but it's not the infamous bipedal thing. Oh, the horror. It's adorable. It's a high A. It's a high A. Okay. I don't think I've ever said Fuecoco out loud. I don't even know if that's how it's pronounced, but I don't care. It's charming. It's kind of like Totodile, but as a fire type. Is derpy. But honestly, I'm not really attached to it. I like the I like the derpiness. It's a high C. It's a high C. It's not I don't know. But I just don't love it. I don't love it. But I do have a fondness for it. Quaxley! He's literally Huey, Louie, and Dewey. That's what he is. Quaxley is just Donald Duck and his nephews. That's what he is. And I love him. It's a high B. It's a high B. And you know what? I split the Kanto trio up when I bumped up Charmander. I think I am going to bump Bulbasaur down to B tier. But Bulbasaur is extremely high B. Bulbasaur is like B plus. It's just, the Kanto line is all really solid. And I almost don't want to do it. but I think I'm going to. Huzzah! Everybody escaped F tier. Although, the temptation is there. The temptation is there for, for Tepig and Chespin. I won't. I'll leave it as is for now. I'll leave it as is for now. Please don't spray my computer with a water gun. I've spent enough misery with computer woes. I don't need more. Thank you very much. All right. So, base starters. This is the list. Middle stages. I'm just gonna do that right off the bat. I'm just gonna do that right off the bat. These two are perfect. I don't care what anybody has to say. Grovyle and Braixen are perfect. Why is the order so wonky here? What the heck? Okie dokie. Alright, now that said, Ivysaur. I feel the same way about the entire Bulbasaur line. So I think I am gonna go ahead and plop it in B. It's a high B. It's really good. But it's really solid. But But I mean, I don't love it. And Charmeleon, I don't like Charmeleon as much as I like Charmander. Charmeleon is okay. I still like him, but Charmeleon is kind of overshadowed by Charmander and Charizard, so I think I'm gonna put Charmeleon in A. And Wartortle. Alright. Bayleaf. Okay, what to do with Bayleaf? I do like Bayleaf more than Chikorita. I do like Bayleaf more. Let me see. I think I'm gonna put Bayleaf in B. It's certainly better than Chikorita, I think. Okay, this is driving me insane. Why is everything placed out of order? Okay. I think that fixed it. No, it's still wonky. Alright. Alright. Quilava, S tier. Quilava is spectacular. I love it. It's better than Typhlosion. Quilava is charming and I don't know, I just really like it. I just really like Quilava. Croconaw. Croconaw is solid. B or A? I still like Croconaw more than Bayleaf, I think. Combuskin is definitely in S tier. Okay. Marshtomp. The entire line is going to go in B tier just because of spite towards its fan base. Okay. Welcome aboard, pirate. Okay, so this was what I assembled for the initial lines. These are not in order of preference. This is just the order of their appearance chronologically. So being at the top of S tier doesn't mean that it's my favorite, and being the lowest doesn't mean it's my least favorite. But Charmander, Trico, Fennekin, and Froakie were all in S tier. I wasn't sure about whether or not I was going to put anything or any of the others aside from Trico in S tier. Honestly, I'm not sure whether I would say I like Charmander or Fennekin more, but I was leaning more towards S tier for Fennekin, and so I just put them both in S tier. And then Froakie, that line is my favorite water line. So, and then initially the Kanto trio was all in A tier. Initially they were all in A tier, but me bumping up Charmander made me feel like I kind of had to bump Bulbasaur down to B tier. But they're all solid. I think while they're not my favorites, I think the Gen 1 trio is the one trio that's like perfect. I don't think, aside from maybe the Hoenn trio, the Gen 1 trio is like the one trio that I would say is conceptually perfect. Even though, like, they're not my favorites. But, there were some, debates just in my head about where I would place certain things. Yeah. I think that's a good way of putting it. The Gen 1 trio is kind of like the Portal of Pokemon, if you get what I mean. Because, like, Portal is one of those games where a lot of people feel that it's perfect, even though, like, someone who says that might also like other things more, you know? I think the Kanto trio is perfect in that same context. So, Grottle. Okay, what to do with Grottle? Honestly, B. He's neat, but I don't love it. I think honestly, the Trico line used to be my favorite of the Sinnoh group. I don't know that it still is anymore, but I think it's B. And honestly, I'm gonna do the same for Monferno. The Chimchar line, I discussed this earlier, but the Chimchar line, I feel, aside from the fact that in the anime it had a really great story, aside from that, because the actual Sinnoh games have so few fire types that they practically don't exist at all, you're practically forced to pick. At least if you're playing Diamond and Pearl, you're practically forced to pick Chimchar as your starter because of the fact that otherwise you will have zero access to fire types. And because of that, I almost want to put it in C. But I think I'm going to keep it in B because the anime still did tell a really good story with it. And so I can't ding it, I guess. I don't think that's right, Pirate. I don't think that's right. Hey, Pirate, you can hear things beyond my voice, right? Okay. Prinplup. Honestly, I like Piplup more. Where did I put Piplup? I put Piplup in B. I might want to bump Piplup up to A tier. I'll put it in A tier. I think, yeah. You know what? Oh, wait. I'm not about to break chronology now. Otherwise it would imply certain things are my favorites when they're not. The ranking of this tier list is not meant to say what is my favorite within a specific tier. It's just to place the tiers themselves, so everything has to go in chronological order. Alright. Prinplup. Yeah, it's B. Servine. Servine, I feel like, is the weak link in the B line. It's fine. But, ooh. I think Servine is right there with Monferno as far as where I would place it. It's like a low C, high B, or high C, low B. I just don't know that I would really put either of them in B tier. You know what? And a row below. Okay. Just because of my mixed feelings on the matter overall, I'm gonna put them in a C+. Just because I like them, and I want to like them more, but I don't know that I can. Ooh. Ooh. But do I like Bayleaf more than them? You know what? Delete that. I'm just gonna leave that unresolved. Pig Knight. I'm just gonna leave that there. Duat. Duat is charming. I don't like it as much as Oshawott, though. I think I'm gonna put it in C. Okay. Okay. I forgot how to... Culloden. I'm gonna put Culloden F. Honestly, Pig Knight might be a D. Yeah. Okay, that's not what I meant to. Okay. Sorry, I'm dealing with stuff on my phone. Okay. Frogadier! A tier. No questions asked. Okay. You. I don't even remember this one's name. Hang on a second. Right, Dartrix. It's okay. It's okay. See. I'm not... The fandom of the Rowlet line just turns me off to it. Okay. Toro Cat. Why does this one have a white outline? What is this? I'm gonna put Toro Cat there. Okay, so Brioni, in spite of my ravenous defense of Popplio earlier, Brioni is absolutely a weak link, and it's C. It's a low C. Okay. So Thwacky. It's D. I don't care. Okay. You. I forget your name again. Right, Raboot. It's a low B or a high C. I like it more than everything else in C tier. But, you know what? If Toro Cat is B, then that's B. Okay. Alright. I don't even recall a single one of their names. Gen 9 is too recent for me to remember, and I'm not a fan of this one. Everything else, eh. This is either a high B or a low A. I'm going to plop it there for now. And there. I think that's just going to be my tier list for the middle starters. I would place you a little higher, I think. There was something very specific that had me disappointed, but well, I'll put you in A tier. I think this would either be the highest B or the lowest A, I think. Okay. Final starter. Okay. And with this I also have this list also has the transformations and regional variants, so we'll include them. Why are you two so far down there? Because of yellow, you should be with the rest of Gen 1. Okay. Okay. I'm surprised Ash Greninja isn't in this list, since the other transformations and variants are there. Odd. Okay, Venusaur. Again, I conceptually the Gen 1 line is perfect, but I'm not attached to Venusaur in the same way as I am the others. I'm really not a fan of the maxing systems, really. So, you are going to go into C tier, but your companions are going into B tier. Charizard is... I'm gonna say this about Charizard. Charizard is a victim of its own popularity. Because Charizard itself doesn't do anything to warrant the backlash that it gets online, but because it has been overrepresented as a result of its popularity, it has wound back into a large portion of fans hating it when it doesn't do anything offensive. On its own, it's still, like, on its own, Charizard is still, like, to this day, I think Charizard is still the best fire starter as far as final evolutions go. To this day, I still think that it's the best in that category, so I would put it in S tier. And similarly with all of its transformations. I might want to put Gigantamax Charizard in A tier, but I'll let them have that one. I'll let them have that one. Blastoise! Solid A. Solid A. Blastoise is great. Hey look, 1,000,000 cannons and uses none of them. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just gotta ding it for that. Pikachu and Eevee. They're a bizarre category because they are starters and they aren't starters. I would place them in a separate tier altogether. Not like an S plus plus or anything, but just like a different kind of category. But because I just love these two so much, they're going into S+. Meganium. Again, it's better than Chikorita. And it's I would also say it's relative to Bayleaf. Typhlosion, on the other hand, in spite of my high ranking of Cyndaquil and Quilava, Typhlosion is far less creative. Like, comparatively to the rest of the line, like, Typhlosion is still good, but as far as evolutions are concerned, it's kind of boring. I almost want to put it in B tier, but it's like B to A. It's kind of B to A. I don't... Yeah, I'll put it in B for now. Now, Hisuian Typhlosion fixes that problem. Easily better. Easily better. I'm going to put it in A. I'm tempted to bump it up to S, just because I really like how, one, it looks like it's on drugs, and two, its flames are just really cool. But I think I'm just gonna put it in A for now. For Alligator, A. Do I like Feraligatr more than regular Typhlosion, though? I'm gonna put it right with Typhlosion. Regular Typhlosion is B to A. Feraligatr is gonna be B to A. Sceptile. I actually think, going back to a previous spiel, Grovyle and Braixen are two Pokemon that I think are just perfect, and as a result of that, there was nowhere to go but down. But I still think Sceptile is awesome. Sceptile is still really, really awesome. And I don't like it as much as I like Grovyle, but I think it's still S to S plus. In fact, I think I am going to put it in S plus. Mega Sceptile is alright. I think I'm going to put it in S. I would put it in A, I think, but at the end of the day, it's just a Mega Evolution of Sceptile, and it's like, I don't want to separate them too far. Blaziken, solid S. Same with Mega Blaziken. I might want to put Mega Blaziken in A tier, just because I don't like Mega Blaziken as much, I don't think, but I think I am just going to keep it there. Swampert. Okay. Again, it would be A tier, but because of how annoying I find its following, I'm putting it in B tier. Same thing with Mega Swampert. Okay. Torterra. I used to like it the most out of the three. I don't anymore. And I think I'm just going to put it in B. And My feelings about Infernape go across the board for its whole line. Has an amazing arc in the anime. However, that is like the dominating force of its popularity, and on top of that, because you're almost forced to pick it because of the lack of fire types, it sours my mood on it a little, and so I'm putting it in B. I also like, just as a design wise, I don't like it as much as I like other things on the list. So I'm just gonna put it in B tier, but it's still a good Pokemon. I just don't love it in the same way as a lot of other people. I feel like I can't love it in the same way as a lot of other people. Empoleon, I am actually going to go ahead and plop an A. I think the Piplup line has slowly evolved into just becoming my favorite of the Sinnoh line in Sinnoh starters in general. I just think it's really good. Serperior, S. It used to not be remotely that high. It's A to S right now. Emboar. Ugh. Okay. This is going to be a hot take, but I really don't like Samurott. And I'm gonna go ahead and put them both in F tier. Frankly, I feel like the Unova line in general was relatively weak. I really like Snivy, and I really like Oshawott. Duat is charming, but pretty thoroughly, I think, C tier is what I said for it. And then Tepig, the whole Tepig line, I'm just not a fan of. And Samurott, I also just don't like. So. And then Chestnut, I also don't like. I think I'm gonna put it in D tier. But it's like as close to F as it can get. Now, Delphox. Similarly to how I feel about Sceptile, I think it has a problem with its predecessor being so good that there was kind of nowhere to go but down. But I also, the gap between Braixen and Delphox to me is a pretty big one. And I'm just not a fan of its design all that well. I get what they were trying to go for, but I don't think its color scheme really does it any favors. I think the shiny Delphox is really good. The shiny Delphox is way better than regular Delphox. But I feel like regular Delphox, at least visually, doesn't capture the aesthetic that it's trying to go for as well as regular or as well as shiny Delphox. And until very recently, I didn't care about it at all. Because I like it shiny so much, I'm gonna put it in B. But I think regular Delphox is C and shiny Delphox is A, which balances it out to B. Greninja. Now, unlike a lot of people, I actually really hate... Well, I don't know about hate, but I really dislike Ash Greninja. I think if all three of the Kalos starters had a Battle Bond transformation, then I would be more accepting of it. Or if it was a Mega Evolution and they all had Mega Evolutions, I would be more tolerant of it then. But Ash Greninja itself is kind of arbitrary, and I just don't... Everybody loved it, and I don't. In spite of that, Greninja by itself is easily my favorite water starter. Easily. I really don't like Ash Greninja, but I think regular Greninja is so good that it manages to step over my misgivings about it. Now, Decidueye, I think is okay. I like it. Its fandom has also kind of soured me a little. I'm gonna put it in B tier, because I do think that it's good. I don't particularly love it, but I like it more than, I think, Meganium and possibly Torterra. But its fandom is definitely a sour note for me. However, its counterpart is, I think, gonna go in C tier. It's like C to B. Its counterpart I definitely do not like as much. And I think I'm gonna go with C. Incineroar. C. Well, C to B. C to B. I just don't like it as much. It's... And also, like... and also I have a similar popularity misgiving. So... I think I'm gonna put it in C. Primarina is really good, and anybody who says otherwise is wrong. It is easily A tier. Primarina I would rate higher than Blastoise and Empoleon. Primarina is my second favorite water starter overall. And for that, I want to put it in S tier, but I don't know that I like it as much at, well... You know what? If Blaziken is in S tier, Primarina is in S tier. I think I would rate Blaziken and Primarina on the same exact level. I muted myself so you didn't have to hear me choking. Okay, Rillaboom. He's alright. Whoa, whoops. Whoops. My mouse has a forward and back button on it. Rillaboom. I think I like it at the exact same level as Incineroar. It's a high C. I can't say... I'm not a fan of maxing in general, so I'm just going to put that in D tier. Now, Cinderace. I think I like it more than I used to, but where did I put Scorbunny and blocking that? Putting user in timeout and hide user on channel. Gotta love when the bots show up, right? Gotta love when the bots show up. Oh, hey, you're still here. You haven't said anything in like 20 minutes. Okay. Okay, where did I put... Yeah, I think I would put the whole line in B tier. And just because I don't like maxing in general. So no comments at all on any of my opinions after Raboot, I see. Inteleon, I think it's decent. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I think it's C. Now, Meowscarada. Something very specific disappointed me about it. And that's that it was clearly, like, trying to go in the direction of, like, Puss in Boots. But then it backed off from that and was like, nah, instead of a swashbuckler, we're gonna go with a magician. Like, its design, I think, is, like, almost perfect. But at the last minute, it went with the wrong aesthetic. It needed to have a plant sword and a hat. It already has, like, a solid mask for, like, a swashbuckler in the vein of either Zorro or Puss in Boots. It has a cape, and it even practically has the boots. It practically has the boots. But it's ditched that, it decided to be a magician. If it went with the swashbuckler aesthetic, it would be S tier. But because of the switch at the last minute, I'm gonna put it in A tier. And I also do kind of think that I also do think that some of the fan art that I saw for what it was hypothesized to look like was also just better. I still like it though, and I don't know. And these two whose names I don't even know. Bleh. And that's going to be my list for these. I don't know what these two are doing in this one, in this specific tier list, though. These should have been either in the... They should have been in one of the previous ones. Either the base one or the middle one. So... That's, I think that's gonna be my stance on that. And now for the mega list of everything, except for the transformations for some reason. Oh, and they don't even have the, oh, that's annoying. This list doesn't even have the regional variants. And like, despite being, I think, the only one I could find that went up to Gen 9 and didn't also have, like, terrible cropping. Hello! My alerts are so loud, oh my gosh. Alright. Now this is where I think I am going to start getting specific in my placements. For now, I'm going to assemble them in chronological order as I have been doing. But I think after that, as kind of like the final thing, I am going to go ahead and shuffle them around to specific spots when it's over. So for Bulbasaur, the whole line went into B tier pretty definitively. And Charmander was S. And Charmeleon was A. Charizard, I think was S. Yeah. And yeah. And then Squirtle line is just A tier. I hope you all have had a nice day. Chikorita, C, and then B for its evolutions. Cyndaquil, A, S, A or B, I think. Because this particular tier list doesn't have the regional variants, I'm going to put it in A tier. But it's a low A. Totodile, I think, it's like a high B, low A. And then, because I feel like regular Typhlosion and and Feraligatr are neck and neck, I'm going to put it in A. But I would have these leaning more towards B tier. Trico, S. Grovyle, S++. Sceptile, S+. And Torchic, A tier. Well, yeah. And then Combuskin, I believe, also A tier. And Blaziken, yeah. Mudkip, Whole line. Oh. Oh, am I still alive? Is the stream still alive? I lost connection for a second there. Is everything still working? Okay. That was weird. Okay. Turtwig. Whole line is going into B. You know what? I think I'm gonna put Turtwig. Ooh, do I like Turtwig more than... Okay. And then Chimchar. B. For the reasons I have already shared. And then Piplup, as my opinion has evolved over time, Piplup I would now put at an A tier. Alright, now boom, boom, boom. That is Snivy and Serperior are great. Servine is alright. Bum, bum, bum. Alright. And... Oshawott. Oshawott is A. Oshawott is A, but... its evolutions kind of hold it down. Well, right. Its evolutions knocked it down a peg in the base tier list, so I'm gonna do the same for this one. Ah, what the? Okay, that was weird. Okay, the teach me elder stuff is playing from the soundtrack. Okay. Okay, I'm messing with Okay. Well, I don't want to play any of the vocal stuff, so I'm just going to restart. Okay. Alright. Chespin, C, F, D. Fennekin, S. Braixen, S++. B for Delphox because of the dilemma of the shiny versus regular and just not being on par with Braixen in my book. Froakie, S. Frogadier, S. Greninja, S. And then Rowlet, and C or B. I can read. That's letters. Blah. Okay. Poplio, adorable. Brianne, Weak Link, goes in C. Primarina is S tier. I don't care what anybody else says. Kind of the embodiment of C tier. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. Sobble. Okay. Let's create a. These just leave no impression on me. I'm thoroughly indifferent, so they're low. Okay. B, I guess. Let's see. Okay. Alright. This is gonna be the list in chronological assembly as far as dex placement and not favoritism within individual tier placement. Huzzah! There you have it. Okay. That took a while. Okay. I don't know that I have the patience to sort through everything and rearrange them within the tiers. I think that's something I'm gonna do in another tier list stream if I ever do another one. I think I'm gonna leave this here. So, Grovyle and Braixen are the undefeated champions. Sceptile is pretty close. He's pretty close. But I still find a Grovyle superior. And Charmander and Charizard. I understand why a lot of people on the internet are bothered by them. I understand why. But I physically can't be affected by it. Where it's a case where because of their following the Mudkip and Rowlet lines bother me a little, whereas it's kind of the inverse with Charizard, where he gets a lot, where the line gets a lot of crap on the internet because it's popular, and but it's really good. So like I physically can't. Charizard, I feel, earned its popularity, is what my caveat is when it comes to the popularity of certain Pokemon in certain contexts. That's kind of my stance. I think the thing about Charizard is that it earned its popularity. Lava, love. Trico, love. Combuskin and Blaziken, love. Everything in S tier I love. I think that's just gonna do it for this stream. Thank you all for stopping by and watching me just incinerate everybody with my takes, which honestly, I feel like the majority of my takes aren't really that hot. I feel like I only have a few hot takes. But the hot takes that I do have, I kind of feel strongly about. So, I think that's that on that. Thanks for stopping by.